Hello, hello everybody. How is everybody doing?
Hello.
It is Superfly and the mother of the Superfly.
Hello.
And of course, my beautiful Mrs. Superfly is off camera filming all of this wonderful stuff. And today we're going to do a little bit of a tackle talk for you guys and talk about some of our tackle. And Mom is just cleaning up her tackle box for the upcoming fishing season. We were out today and her box was a mess, so we have to clean it up. Cleaning it up. So unfortunately, we are not filming this live. We are just recording this for you guys to see. But
I didn't realize I had so many flies.
well, you're the mother of the Superfly, so of course you have. I tell you guys, she has flies, all kinds of flies. I make her every kind of fly she could possibly imagine.
Got some nice ones.
They are nice. They are nice. Hello, Maria.
Hello.
Hi, Maria.
Hello.
We love you, Maria. Solo out there getting you flowers. All the fans bringing my wife flowers. Good. I don't have to spend them myself. What is that there? That is a fly. If you put that back in the water, that tail will come back to
It'll get
life.
fluffy again?
Yeah, it'll come back to life.
Okay, well I'm gonna...
That's what happens. That's what happens to marabou when it gets wet and then you let it dry in a hot tackle box. But
Okay.
it'll come back to life.
Well, I'm gonna take off this
Did you
line.
make that one?
I made all those flies. Yeah.
Jody made me a whole thing of
I-
flies. I didn't even know I had.
Over the years,
I don't think that's that great, Jody, because where am I gonna get, hasn't got a loopy.
It does have a loopy. You got seaweed all over it. That's what's the problem.
Here's some poppers that Jody made.
Nice.
That's some of my earlier work, though.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I could make you some spectacular. You know what? I think this fly is a bit dead. So
Is it?
you can put that in the scrap pile. It's
Okay.
one of the older flies.
And that looks like it's,
If you can tie a hook on it, that's a good fly.
okay.
That's a crystal, a pink crystal bugger. So for all of you out there watching, we bought Mom some of these plastic bubbles, floats, that you can fill with water and you can adjust the different levels. And you can attach your line through either end of these, and then you can adjust how deep or how shallow you want your line, and you can float a fly under this, like a lot of these crystal buggers and different woolly buggers and nymphs and stuff, and this will catch you a lot of fish. So if you we'll show you when we get into a little further into fishing season how these work. But for now, these are the trick. So if you don't have a fly rod or a tenkara rod and you want to fish with flies, this might be one way to go with this, is to use these plastic bubbles.
I'm gonna put all my used flies up here, and then the brand new ones I'm gonna keep in this little case.
That's what you're going to do, eh?
Yeah.
Did you show everyone your hat?
The what?
His hat.
Oh, yeah.
This is my patented Superfly for Super Guy hat, guys. With all the flies, all the crazy scorpions and stuff.
The spider spooked you today, though, didn't it?
It did. So I have a spider that I have hanging off the tip of my hat, and I can just tuck it away when I don't want. But I was walking downstairs to load up the car in our building, and the spider fell down, and I got all creeped out. So even though I'm a bug guy, I even can get creeped out by some of my bugs. But speaking of the hat, I'm going to take the hat off because I have had it on all day. I want to let my head breathe a little bit.
Okay, so those spoons,
Here, spinners.
or whatever you wanna call them, I'm gonna put here.
All your spinners.
Yeah, we got two.
You 2 MEP spinners.
Yeah.
You have a whole case of spinners right here.
I do.
Yep.
Oh,
She doesn't even know what kind of tackles you guys got.
well, I haven't been fishing in a few years.
So this is Mom's.
I think she needs a new box, look.
Yeah. When we go to the dollar store, this one's all broken up.
Yeah.
But look at all these spinners. Look at all these MEP spinners she's got.
I love them.
Look, you got all the different colors. Look.
I know.
They're store-bought?
Yeah.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I got them on sale at
8,
Walmart.
Oh,
And they were really cheap that
9,
time.
10, 11, 12. You have a whole case full right here, look. But you need a new case, Mom. This case is...
Okay,
This one got broken pretty bad. Let me see.
well, just let me get this off it. Everything's sticky from that,
From the goo.
from the
Here, give me the
goo.
goo. Give me the goo.
I gotta put it in a different.
So, you know what? I would throw these out, honestly.
No!
So,
They're
these
gonna
are
be juicy.
Gulp Alive sausage maggots, but these are not the good kind. These are not the good kind. Mom won't get rid of them, but I tried to tell her I got a brand new jar. If she throws these out, I'll give her a brand new jar of maggots, the good kind. But she's holding on to these tight.
What's the good kind, Joe?
you can only buy them at Canadian Tire.
The good kind is the ones that are more rubber and they come like little sausage chains. These ones are individuals, and these are not good. And as
They are good, they catch fish.
She still bought them at Canadian Tire.
I know, but they're not
And
that
they're
good. But they're
expensive.
but they're not the.
Why
Okay,
would she
we're
get
gonna
rid of them?
we're gonna transfer these into a better jar because this jar leaked.
This is all rusted.
This is all rusted.
Yeah.
This is.
It's tangled and it's all,
You know what I'm gonna do, Ma?
what?
I'm going to cut this off, this treble hook,
Okay?
and I am going to replace it with another treble hook. And
Oh,
then you can
okay.
still use the spinner,
Okay.
because the spinner part is still good. So don't throw that out. I'll take that home and fix that up for you,
Okay.
because I'm amazing.
Oh,
I will
good.
tie a new, they call this a rooster tail, right? These MEP spinners. This is a rooster tail because of all this nice fluff on there. So I'm going to take this off, trim it off, make you a new rooster tail. I will tie it up on the vise, and I will,
That's crap too.
yeah, put anything that's crap, put it off to the side.
Okay, so I always like to have a couple of elastics with me.
Elastics are good.
And then I've got this nice case of flies that you made me,
Yes.
all kinds.
Some woolly buggers,
Yeah.
some different flies.
Some minnow.
For Mother's Day, we're gonna make a nice. I'm gonna give you some nice
And this
ones.
is a two-sided one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at all. You got some of my older crap.
Some
Look,
of
that's
these.
crap. But anyways, there's some of these flies are crap. Some of them are good.
Honey, why don't you put the box closer so people can see them?
They can see. They can see. They don't need to. You know what? We both want to stay into the picture today. They don't have to get a close up.
Okay, so that'll go in there.
So you got a safety whistle, and
I
you got hemostats.
Two of them.
2 pairs of hemostats, but you need to put them on your safety whistle. And
Well, where's the whistle?
you've got, your whistle is in that bag on the counter, your green bag over there. So basically we're gonna set you up with this. like this, so that all your stuff is safe.
And we're getting
These
a
are your,
case.
those are your MEP spinners.
So I'll get a new case for this when we go to the dollar store.
This, we're gonna have to put in a new jar, because this is leaky.
Yeah.
We don't want that to leaky again. And here, guys, this is what I was fishing with today.
I'm gonna see if I can find another jar.
So this is my gear, guys. This is my Tenkara pouch that I bought, which I got for a good deal. And inside here, I have my Tenkara rod, which is really nice. It's a little lightweight Tenkara rod. I've got some spare
trying to
hooks,
figure out where
and
what I can use.
I also in there have 4 pen rods. These are kind of cool.
If you have to grab it.
So if you've never seen a pen rod before, guys, basically it's about the size of a pen to fit in your pocket, and they're telescopic, and they're about this big, and you can go pan fishing with them, and you can catch stuff. I've caught things about 5 pounds and under with this, no problem. So like bass, I've caught trout on there. So these are kind of cool. They're fairly inexpensive. They're more novelty than functional. They're kind of fun to fish with if you want to do something a little different. And they come in a wider range of colors. And if you're wondering where the, oh yeah, there's stinky goo there. And if you want to know where the reel is in my, I have a special custom reel for these. I have it in my other fly knapsack, because it's a little big for the case, but I like to keep them in here with my Tenkara rod.
Fish are gonna love this.
That is the smelly
Oh, you
goo.
know what? This lid's not, oh, that's not good.
Well, just keep it in there for the moment, and I will help you sort that out after. What I really should do is try and get you maybe one of these. They're probably a little more waterproof.
Are they?
Yeah, but I don't have a spare one at the moment. Maybe I do. Want to try putting them in here?
Sure.
You can have that. I got these little containers, and they just fit so nice in my Tenkara rod. I got them for, I think I paid $5, and I got like 4 boxes of these containers, and there was like 16 in each container. So these are really easy to store for my Tenkara case. So I've got some extra Tenkara fly line. Here I have, what are you doing?
I'm transferring my maggots.
Okay, kids, this is what you don't do. So I got an extra spool of Tenkara line, and then this is my Tenkara rod, right here. And then it's got these nice little handles on it that holds your line, like so. And then you can take the tip off of your Tenkara rod.
Dinner?
Not for me, not for me. And this is my Tenkara rod, guys.
Okay.
There you go. That's the Tenkara rod. And this is great for all kinds of little bluegills, perch, crappies, little trout. This is a great rod for all those little fish. And then when you're done, you can just fold it all up. This was a great little rod. It cost me about $25 on Temu. Or Temu, or whatever. Temu. People get all up in arms of what to call it.
Okay.
Okay. And then you fold it away, guys. and you just tuck the Lillian in. This is called the Lillian, that little piece. And you put the cap back on. If I can find where I put the cap, where did I put the
You
cap?
know what? I'm gonna put that in little baggies, just in case.
Yes, mother, yes. Oh, here it is, here's the cap. So you tuck the Lillian in, plug it with the cap, and then I made these foam ring holders for it. Oh, and also, I'll show you guys, I'll take this one off and show you. I made this also. If you buy a Tenkara rod, you can also buy this. I made this one, but you can also buy these loops that will just hold on to your line on your Tenkara rod. I may or may not ever use that because I really enjoy this.
You said you're taking this home, right?
Yeah, I'll take that home.
Okay.
So I really enjoy those. I dropped it down here. I really enjoy these little foam clips that I put. And you can buy these clips online, but I don't like to buy stuff when I can make it myself. And as you can see, you can just wrap your line on there. Did you make a mess, Mom?
Ah, this is gross.
It is. You should throw it out.
I am.
The whole grossness.
I'm.
Did you get the things into the little bottle?
Yeah.
Okay. And then if you guys notice, you can just wrap your line up, and then you can just hook your hook on, and you can put your Tenkara rod back into the case. And Tenkara rods come in a wide variety of sizes and shapes. You can get them for larger fish, different creek situations. This is great for small creeks, and you know, if you're fishing from shore from the lake, this is a great situation. So that's my Tenkara rod, guys, which I'll just put here nice in my pouch. Really? 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 I can do that too. Anyways, everybody's tuning out now going, what a bunch of idiots.
Yep.
So I made a second set of those clips for my Tenkara rod in case something should happen to the first pair. So those are really cool. And then I've got all these little jars, like I said, with all my little Tenkara flies that I made that are suitable. These are like a little swimming Rapala. They swim really good in the water.
You know, I don't really like these hemostats.
Okay.
They're hard to.
Well then don't use them, use the other ones.
I do.
Well, why did you put...
Just in case I lose one. In case you lose one. Because you're good at losing your hemostats.
Here we go.
Am I right? I'm right.
Here we go. So, when you go out in the sun, guys... So here's one for my buddy R2G. Or release to the grease. Here's some plastics, when you keep them in your tackle box and keep them out in a hot sunny day, they start to melt. And they've already started to melt into the plastic of this jar, which is horrible. And then you have a heck of a time getting them out. And it wrecks your jars. Oh, look at the plastic melted right onto my...
Well, look at that, Mr. Shark.
Yes, mother. This one got really melted.
A nice clean box.
Well, aren't you special?
I certainly am.
So anyways, this is why, guys, you won't see me fishing with a lot of rubbers or plastic baits because I got tired of them getting melty.
Do you want me to put this in here?
Sure. I got tired of them melting into my boxes. So, if you're gonna fish with plastics, do not put them into a plastic tube. Usually, they come in like a Ziploc baggie, and with some like oils or liquids in them, and that keeps them safe and protected. So don't put them into plastics and leave them in the sun, because that's not a good situation. And if you wanna know how to properly take care of them, go talk to Release to the Grease, because he will show you how to properly take care of your molded plastics. That's my buddy R2G, and he is fantastic. He's a good guy. So these I need to do something different with, because I don't want them melting. But I took some little rubbers that I found, some little plastics, and I put them on a hook, and I tied a couple of bead eyes, and just to make them look a little buggy, I tied some black wool dubbing on there, so that they have this little buggy appearance. These are really, really good.
I have a couple of flies in there that you made with some rubbery, and they melted together too.
Absolutely, they're junk.
No, I pulled them apart.
Yes, well, you might have done that, but. And today I tied up these little guys, and unfortunately we got out today fishing, which I told everybody I was. I know I said I was going to make a fly casting video. Unfortunately, the wind was super bad.
It was very strong.
It was very, very strong, and we had a heck of a time casting into the wind today. But I made these little flies to be like those, well, a wool version of the little plastic maggots we fish. And although we did not get to really use them today, I'm sure in a upcoming video when we get to so there's a lake. If we go up to Omimi and we fish these, they're gonna work. Where we were fishing today, the water was murky, and the fish are tiny. They're just little fish. They're the biggest fish you're gonna get is about this big.
The ones I caught.
Whatever.
The ones I caught today.
Whatever. Anyways.
My fish were bigger than your fish.
Whatever.
And I caught the first 3 fish.
She did catch the first 3 fish. No denying that. So she got the first 3, but I ended up catching. She caught 4 fish, and I ended up catching 9, which compared to what I've been telling you guys last week. So last Thursday we went out and she caught 10 and I got 40. So the conditions today were the wind was foul. The water was.
It was cold.
It was.
Very cold.
It was chilly. We went dressed like this, but we were there a couple of hours and we were getting cold, so it wasn't an optimal day. And tomorrow we're supposed to have bad weather, so that's what happens in the spring. Here in Canada, when the water changes over in our water systems, the water actually in the lake does a flip. So the hot, warm water is down lower in the winter, and the cold water is higher up. In the spring and summer, the water flips, where the water on the top is hot, and the water in the bottom is. Our lakes are just in that transitional period where they're flipping, and when they do that, the fishing for panfish is not great. And bass are not open, so smallmouth, largemouth, they are not open. So we cannot fish those until June, almost the end of June. So we cannot fish them anyways. So, but here in the creeks and rivers, our trout, we got brown trout, rainbow trout, and speckled trout, but only in certain rivers. and chub and stuff like that. So our fishing season is just kind of just getting started, and when that happens, it's a little crazy. And the weather this year has been extra crazy. I've been to a lot of your guys' channels, and it seems everybody's struggling a little bit this year from wherever you are, whether you're in warm weather, cold weather. There's been snow in places there's never been snow, and I've seen a lot of you guys struggling a bit, so that's to be expected. So if you go to fishing channels and you see them catching fish after fish after fish after fish, a lot of times they edit that so that it might not be all in one day. It's just their best catches for, say, a week or whatever. A lot of that is just edited. I try not to edit my videos that way. I try to let you guys see, like, if fishing is bad, fishing is bad. I mean, there's nothing you can really do to change that. And despite that, I go out and have 300 fish afternoons. There are days where I catch 9 fish, and this is just one of them. And every spring, until the fishing gets really going, then you never quite know what you're gonna get. So I'm prepared for that, and I'm honestly gonna admit it to you, because I mean, that's fishing. So if you're new to fishing, if you're watching my channel or anybody else's channel, keep it in mind what kind of channel it is, and people are going to be either honest about it or not honest. But an honest fisherman will tell you there are days where you go out and no matter what you put on your line, those fish are going to eat it. And there are some days you have to really specifically target a food source for them to eat. You have to dig through your box, dig through your flies, find something that those fish want to eat, and then they will eat it. And if you pinpoint that, then you will start to obviously catch more fish on those days. So, and the weather plays a big part in it. So like stormy days generally are not super great for most fishing, but like usually coming up to a storm, fishing is usually good. So like the hour or two or a couple of hours before a storm comes in, usually fishing is really, really good because those fish get all turned on, and then they eat because they know during the storm they're just going to lie there and do nothing, because the barometric pressure plays a role on their bladders. They have an air bladder, and in their air bladder, when a storm comes, they don't feel really good. Just like kind of like when a storm comes, you get headachy, symptoms like that. It's exactly like that for the fish as well. So there's that to consider. Cold weather, if it's too cold, it shuts them down. If it's too hot, it can shut them down. And you will always catch the odd fish. There's always a fish that will go against the grain. So like there could be a storm coming and you go, well, I went out and caught a fish. Absolutely. But on a day where the conditions are right, that's one fish you caught might have been 50 or 60 fish, or 20 fish, or 100 fish. So there's always going to be a fish that maybe hasn't eaten in a while that will eat just because the opportunity is there to eat. But all the ones who have been eating well are not going to eat because they're like, I've eaten pretty good, I'm just going to ride out this storm. After you've been gorging at a buffet, you don't go running or whatever, you sit on the couch and you go, oh, I've been eating, and then you don't eat anymore. So that's the kind of scenario that you guys need to keep in mind. So like realistic fishing is not always going to be spectacular. And sometimes you go out with your favorite bait that you fished 1,000 times and you caught 1,000 fish, and that for some reason that day that fish isn't going to eat. Like today, there were some guys who outfished me that normally wouldn't outfish me. They were using worms, so the steak, the fish steak, when you use worms, almost every fish eats that. They outfished me with worms. I was using the little rubber maggots, and usually I outfish worm guys with the maggots. So today, God chose to humble me and keep me humble and let me get outfished, and I only got 9 I only got 9 fish today, which is still pretty good for spring. But I mean, Thursday, we went out, same location, pretty much same weather conditions, and we got, between the two of us, 50 fish.
Yeah, it wasn't as windy.
It wasn't as windy on Thursday, so today, the wind factor killed us.
Yeah.
So
It wasn't as cold.
it wasn't
Yeah.
as, like on Thursday, we were more comfortable.
Yeah,
You know, everything was just moving better.
yeah.
So there was days, Mama told me there'd be days like this, right? So, you just have to take the good with the bad. And the one other point I wanted to say is when you have days like this, where the fishing is slow, it gives you a chance to go through your flies or lures or baits and use something that, like, you start using baits that you haven't used in a while, or that you've kind of lost confidence in, or you bought them on an impulse and you thought, oh, I'll get this in case it looks good, maybe I'll try it, but you've never been fully confident in it. These are the days that those type of baits teach you something. And sometimes you go in through your baits and go, wow, they were really slamming it on this day. So the next time you have a day like today, you'll go try that bait that you would not normally try, and maybe on days like today is the type of day they will eat that kind of bait. So then you just learned that, ooh, this kind of day equals this kind of bait, or this kind of lure, or this kind of fly. So that is these days, yes, catching less fish is always sucky, obviously, but mentally it's good for us because it keeps us humble and it allows us to try the things in our boxes or cases or whatever, or knapsacks, whatever. It allows us to try the things that we won't normally try. Obviously we have confidence baits. You know, I've got a lot of flies that I'm super confident in. They're my go-tos. I know if I throw them on, generally they're going to catch fish. But there are just those days, like today. I designed this fly. I know this fly is an awesome fly. I know it's going to catch fish. And on a day where it's slamming, I'm going to pull this out again and show you guys how the little maggot works. But today, not a bite. Not a single bite on this. So, should I throw it in the garbage? No, because I know it's a good fly, but the weather got me today. And I did revert back to a very old rubber maggot on my fly rod, but I mean, that's just what I had to do to catch the 9 fish. And I didn't want to go home stumped. So I fell back. But like this morning, I tied up all these. I tied them all up. There's 20 flies. I got up this morning and tied them. And I fished them hundreds of times and they catch fish. Today, not a bite. Not a single bite. And I've caught thousands of fish with these. So this is just an honest little review of things, guys. And I just wanted to come on with Mom, and we were just cleaning up Mom's tackle blocks after our fishing, and we are ready for the next fishing trip.
Fishing trip, yeah, next week.
So every Monday usually we go if the weather's good. If the weather's crappy, we'll wait till Tuesday or Wednesday, but usually one of those 3 days. And then usually by Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday, we don't fish on the weekends because there's too many people around the water, and you know, we don't want to be around the people. And one day this week I will get in and show you guys how I tie this crayfish, the jointed crayfish.
He's cool.
Mom loves that. We'll have to get Mom one of those if she doesn't jab herself with it. It's a cool fly, and this last Thursday was a cool fly, this little nymph. So yeah, these are cool flies, and yeah, so anyways guys, that was our day. Unfortunately, didn't turn out the way we planned it to go, but yeah.
More days to come.
More days to
fishing.
come. more days to come. But anyways, we wanted to come on. I had the camera, I brought the camera. I did film some underwater footage. I don't know exactly how that's gonna look. You can see some fish, but the water was so mucky that it's like 18 minutes of murk with the odd little fish poking his head in. So I might edit that a little bit just so you can kind of see the fish a little, where we're like make it a 5-minute clip or something, just so you can see what we were up against today. But anyways, guys, that's us. We just wanted to do a little bit of a tackle talk for you guys, and just let you know we loved you, and we will definitely catch you on the next one.
Right on.
Fish on, keep your fly on the water, tight lines, and fish on, in our case, Canada. Bye for now.
Later.
Peace.